KISW.
Tim Harrison.
Tim Harrison. He is the guy that we should get on the line if we can. I don't know if we can get, I don't know if Tim has any details on this more so than Ed Troy or anybody else, but Tim is the guy who basically
You know what I was going to say? If you really have a tiger, don't F with it.
Yeah, he goes around and tranquilizes and captures and tries to find homes, or if in certain circumstances just has to shoot the animal dead, like he's done many times in Ohio.
And if that tiger is 200 pounds, that's a baby tiger.
Not a big one.
No, 200 pounds is a small tiger.
And look, either
how big
somebody,
do they get?
They get up to 6.
God
5 or
damn!
6. Well,
there's two situations here. Someone's going to come forward and say, "Hey, by the way, I've got a tiger, and it got loose."
Yes, because that's it.
Or scenario number 2. Someone was raising a Bengal tiger, realized it was getting too big for what they had the opportunity to take care of, and released it and doesn't want to say a word about it because they don't want to be the one that released a Bengal tiger into the woods.
Wouldn't you take it to a zoo? It's not like you wake up one day and all of a sudden it's you like, oh, my God. I think you go, hey, man, you call whatever your local zoo is and say, look, for reasons I can't explain, I thought the idea of raising a tiger was a good one, but now it's, can't do anything. Can I bring it to the zoo as opposed to a Ted, man, you know, our landlord said we got to move. Neither one of us taking the tiger. Let's just release it to the street.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to believe there was a tiger, but then I saw one of the interviews last night. One of the first people to supposedly see the tiger, and he was like, "Man, it sure didn't look like it was moving. Like it was just kind of standing in the weeds." So I don't know if it's somebody.
Maybe it's the stuffed tiger that's just out there, and people are
right. It could have been a
stuffed tiger.
But the other thing is too is just like if Ed Troyer is having this much fun with it, like I don't know. I would think it. You know, if they really believe there's a tiger, I think they'd be a little more serious and less kind of just like, oh, hey.
It could be. Well, back to the stuffed tiger that was put on top of the car on River Road. I guess Ed had the tiger removed from the car, but was still having a good time about it.
Oh, I retweeted it. He tweeted last night the picture of the tiger.
This is what Ed tweeted. The reports of Tigger being missing are not true. We have confirmed with Winnie, tweeted Troyer. Followed shortly by our animal control guys say they won't have to shoot the tiger if it's found. They are trained to catch him by the toe.
They are.
And a photo of a stuffed tiger atop the patrol car at that point. And then a Twitter account popped up shortly after the news broke, being updated by the missing tiger himself. I believe we got a shout-out from the tiger on Twitter, didn't we, Ben? Did the tiger himself not tweet about the men's room?
He's a big men's room fan. He found a radio, and he was following us at 999 KISW.
Well, he also tweeted...
That's how I know he doesn't like small dogs. Because he didn't want to eat STP's dog. I recommend that you and Ben have dogs to him.
Oh, I see.
They were too small for him.
Too far away, man. STP lives in Puyallup.
Yeah, that was a good point you brought up.
Well, the Puyallup tiger tweeted, "Hope I don't get to go to Gig Harbor. I have no cash for the toll on the way back." We don't know anybody who owns it, according to Ed, and he says that no one of authority has actually seen the loose animal with their own eyes.
Oh, well, speaking of the Puyallup, it's Puyallup_tiger on Twitter. He actually just tweeted at us now. He says, hey, at 999 KISW, while walking down River Road, I saw a lady selling zip ties out of a fanny pack. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable.
He couldn't believe that.
I mean, goddamn, I can't believe I go to
selling zip ties out of a fanny pack. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
Well, maybe on River Road. I don't hang out there much.
You'd think you'd be able to GPS where the tweets originate from and just catch the tiger, but I guess he's kind of busy.
Easy, Miles. He's our buddy here.
All right, okay.
We're in this one together, man.
Okay.
Get our friend in trouble.
We're friends with the tiger.
On Twitter. That's pretty strong.
That's how we tracked him down. He was live tweeting this tiger.
Is it the stuffed tiger?
Turn your location off.
So, Ted, are you believing that this is, in fact, the stuffed animal all along, or do you think that there's a real tiger out there, or somebody's just doing one of those things where they're placing the stuffed animal out there and people are reported to be seeing it?
I'm just saying the one guy I saw...
It's a little ironic that they have a stuffed tiger just a couple roads over, don't you think?
Right, but I'm saying the guy I saw, he wasn't talking about the stuffed animal that Troyer was playing with. He made it sound like he saw the tiger, what he thought they saw in the grass, but he said he was sitting there staring at it, and the ears didn't even flinch. Like, it didn't move one bit. It was just kind of standing in the grass.
Just a stuffed tiger staring back at him.
Or it could just, who knows, maybe it's just a giant dog that somebody painted.
Yeah, could be. We've seen that Bengal tiger golden retriever before. You've seen that on the
I mean, I'm not kidding. I don't know.
But I have to tell you, man, that's just one good, easy way to get your dog shot, isn't it? I mean, if you're letting the dog loose then after the fact, it's one thing to paint your dog and have people come over and think that's pretty funny. It's another thing to...
Maybe you don't like the dog.
Could be.
Plus, like, at some point, I mean, it's Puyallup. I've been down to Puyallup. Like, I mean, there's certain parts of it, but, like, it's a busy town. Like, somebody must have known a guy that had a Bengal tiger, right?
You would think.
Yeah. Right, like I'm with you guys. If it is somebody's own cat and he's not going to call the cops, be like, hey, I'm the idiot. But somewhere along the line, somebody knows he had that cat. Now it's gone.
Yeah.
He'll just show up at Miles. Hey, Miles, what happened to that tiger?
Mm-hmm. No. I was.
I don't know. Did he wander off?
When I was working at Boy Scout camp, I was probably 14 or 15 years old, and the camp was out in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. So even if the population of the bigger towns being 29,000, there were a lot of lights and stuff. Once you got a mile outside of town, it's an astronomer's dream. I mean, you can see just. As a matter of fact, there's a number of observatories that are kind of close in West Virginia, and they have their satellites and everything. But once you get up on top of the mountain, man, you can see everything. It's crazy, and you can just geek out. So. A lot of times we would just kind of take a hike, and then just there was a flat part of a mountain. We'd lay up there and chug some beer away from the campers, and do our thing. But inevitably we'd just kind of hang out, build a fire, do our thing before we had to go back and go to bed. But one night there was a fireball that went across the sky, and about 2 or 3 guys decided to leave early. Me and one of the guys that was in my tent, we decided to just say the hell with it, and we're gonna sit here, and because we got beer, and we rarely got beer, we're going to finish this beer. Those other guys got drunk. We were like, look, we're going to finish the beer. There's no way we're going back with beer because we get in trouble if we actually had cans of beer and brought them back. So we're going to drink these. This fireball, man, came across the sky, and it lit up the sky like a Roman candle would from 20 feet up. I mean, all of a sudden this orange glow came up, and it wasn't exactly racing either. It wasn't one of those things that went by real fast. It was you could track it. I mean, it was moving, and the tail on it was unbelievable because within the tail there were different colors. There were like greens and oranges and blues. It was like every spectrum of the rainbow was involved in the tail, and there was just this big orange head. And,
it was a peacock.
But not knowing what the hell it is this space junk? Is this, debris falling? Is this something from, at that point in time, like Sputnik or,
the Skylab falling on the goddamn sky.
We didn't know if it was space junk, if it was a meteor. And it looked like when it crossed the horizon that you could walk to where it would have crashed. Like it kind of had that, that depth to it. Like let's go find what the hell this is. So we actually did. Like 2 weeks later, we had a weekend, and we're like, all right, we could see where it went over a hill, and we knew basically the idea. We walked there, and no, I mean, how you supposed to? You can't see anything, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But we still wanted to see if there was like a big hole someplace or where we thought, because we really did think it was that close. We told the other guys who were then walking back, and none of them saw it, which was impossible because I'm telling you, it lit up the sky like a full moon, and it was like the full moon just flashed. No. So they didn't believe us, and they were kind of skeptical. So it was just me and my buddy who went in to hike a couple weeks later to see if we could find any. And we looked, asked anybody if they saw about it. Anyone else see this? Anybody hear about it? Nobody. You got to keep in mind, there are 400 kids at this camp. There's all kinds of people. Everybody's outside. It's not like you're hiding something. And no one believed us. They just thought like, yeah, you guys did finish those beers.
Right.
What else did you have that you didn't want us to know about? And it wasn't that. It was very cool to see. I've just never seen, you've seen shooting stars, but I've never seen something with a trail on it like that and a big tail on it and just kind of moving slow. It wasn't going fast at all. I mean, obviously, it wasn't a UFO or anything like that, but I just thought it was one of those things where I knew when I saw it, it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Apparently, 400 other kids missed it.
No, I know, but I mean, I knew I'd never see anything that big ever again.
Right.
It was pretty crazy, I don't know, but yeah. Either way, people were like, "Yeah, you guys, sure."
What do you don't hallucinate on weed anyway?
I know, but that was
But as a Boy Scout, you can't really make that argument. Like, how do you know? But I don't know. My friends told me.
What are you pretty damn sure you saw, or what's the most unbelievable thing that you know you've seen? 206-421-ROCK, 800-783-ROCK. Back with your calls next.
They're back. The men's room is back. 99.9 KISW.
What are you pretty damn sure you saw, or what's the most unbelievable thing that you've seen? 206-421-ROCK, 800-783-ROCK. Send your emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
Hello, Richard. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Richard.
Yes.
Welcome to the men's room.
I got me a new camera recently.
Okay.
The shutter speed on this camera is so fast. I actually managed to get a picture of the most elusive creature known to man. It was a picture of a woman with her mouth closed.
And how many pictures did you have to snap to get that one moment?
It filled up the whole card, the memory card on it. It was pretty incredible.
You know what you do? You post that picture, and then you marry her.
Well, see what happened? I sent the picture up to the University of Washington so they could study it. They said they'd let me know. They said I'd be pretty surprised by the result.
They're going to tell you it's a fake.
Well, at least you got your money's worth out of the camera.
That's right.
Okay.
A woman with her mouth shut.
It's always good to start the show with a little comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Bring in the jokes. Not even Bad Joke Friday yet, but they're already...
Hello, Cameron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I got a UFO story for you guys.
Okay.
I had just gotten off work on a weekend. A couple of me and my buddies used to go to this road called Watchtower Road in northeast Tacoma, and it's pretty much a road that leads down to these like multi-million-dollar houses that sit right on the Puget Sound water. This road is pitch black at night. I mean, you can't see your hand in front of your face. We used to just park on this road and get stoned. And one night, we were smoking a blunt, and pretty much the whole road started to light up bright royal blue, like blue. And my two buddies in the back seat looked behind me because they think a car's coming. Like, that's how bright the road was getting. And I looked up and out the front windshield, and I see this bright blue ball in the sky. And as soon as I looked at it and saw it, it went straight down, and it would, like, the way that it was going, it looked like it would have gone straight into Puget Sound pretty much. And, yeah, man. So I'm freaking out in the front seat. We just saw a damn UFO. Let's go down to the water, see if we can see any, like, ripples in the water or anything like that. My buddy who was driving thought I was crazy. Called it, because he seen the same light, too, so knew I wasn't crazy that way, but he called his mom, and she worked at the airport, and said that he thinks a plane just went down, and called his mom to see if anything was wrong or anything like that. No, nothing. So we go. I'm still freaking out. We saw...
Once again, bedroom callers, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
No more F-bombs, Cameron.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's all right. Cameron, are you okay, man? You sound like you're out of breath. Or like allergies killing you or what? Are you working?
I'm about to be... yeah, I'm about to be getting off work, so I'm rushing around trying to finish everything right now.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you know what, man? You'd think, though, with all the stuff that flies in the air around here, you know, there's just so many airports and so many different type of aircraft. But to put a blue light, I've never seen anything up in the sky that, other than a helicopter.
It's a Kmart
police
special, dumbass.
Yeah, like a police helicopter. I've never seen any aircraft ever shine a light directly below, you know, or light up the sky like that.
That's just it. I mean, the color that it was so blue. I've never seen a light that was as blue as it was.
Interesting.
So I don't. Yeah, but anyway, so like that. The next day, I was watching the History Channel, and I saw this deal on USOs, unidentified submerging objects, talking about how spaceships go down into the water to like refuel and do stupid stuff like that. So that kind of blew my mind even further.
Yeah, that's interesting.
An alien refueling station off the coast of Tacoma.
Wouldn't it be interesting if the fuel that they use to get around at warp speed was salt water? You know, like of all the things that we have in plentiful form on this planet,
just use the water.
The one fuel that you could possibly need to get to,
They probably went out there and tapped the same gas line that's jacking up our cost.
Went down and took care of the
I think
oil
the aliens
spill.
are like, look, man, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We need to fly off the Earth before Memorial Day weekend because they're about to jack the price up about 45 cents a gallon.
Big oil exists in space. Some guy with a cowboy hat eating beef jerky.
I'll tell you what happened. This asteroid hit that asteroid. Seemed a little low on oil.
That's why it's up to $7 a gallon.
We apologize for that. $7 a light year, yeah.
As soon as this 3-day weekend's over with, it's going down to about $6.50.
Yeah, it's just how oil works.
I've never seen like a UFO or anything. I've gotten a couple times. I was pretty sure I did, but then I realized I wasn't.
Right.
Like what was it last fall? I rented a cabin up at Mount Index, and I'm sitting there and I'm
Where's
watching.
Mount Index?
It's up Route 2, kind of like once you get out of like Monroe and everything.
Okay,
it's not
all right.
quite up to the pass, but
I
it's
got you.
right up your way up there. But I'm sitting there, right, and it happened to be a clear night, and I'm sitting in the hot. I got a hot tub on that cabin.
How many stories do you have that involve hot tubs? Probably more than most
You
people.
only go to places that have hot tubs.
That's affirmative.
That is. I mean, like, you don't travel unless there's a hot tub.